Hi, my name is Dario Taraborelli. I'm a fellow at Renaissance Philanthropy, and I've been working for the past several years on the problem of how to advance open science and really the ability for scientific communities to build on each other's work. We are living in a very interesting time when it comes to science. If you think about some of the biggest breakthroughs in science that we've seen over the last couple of years, from the discovery of an effective solution to the protein structure prediction problem, which resulted in a Nobel Prize last year, or the first visualization of a black hole by the Event Horizon Telescope project. All of these projects can be directly traced to open source software and libraries that directly enable the discoveries to come to life. There are very few mechanisms that allow us to invest into the open source infrastructure that really powers science at large. Can we fix this? What can we do in that space? The beauty of thinking about the foundations of open source in science is that every dollar that goes into supporting a software library really generates science that is hard to predict, and it will lead to the next breakthrough. So how do we make the next AlphaFold not an accident in how we do science and we fund science? How can we have many more of these breakthroughs? And I think the bet we want to make is really by investing into the open source foundations of these breakthroughs that really power scientific discovery. Solving the problem of funding of open source for science is not an individual's funder's problem. Collectively, the scientific enterprise needs to figure out how do we invest capital in that space. If you think that we have about $1 trillion invested every year in R&D from public governmental sources, if we even got to invest 1% of that funding into the open source software that really powers science, we would see breakthroughs happen at a much higher rate, and yet we're not there. Renaissance Philanthropy offers a really good model for doing this with this notion of a thesis-driven fund that can bring together partners from across the public sector, philanthropic sector, industry partners, and really try and solve this problem together. Because again, we need to catalyze a much larger investment in that space if we want to make sure that these communities that carry the burden of supporting the entire scientific enterprise can basically succeed and deliver on these projects.